Spider-Man No Way Home. Marvel did it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D-Rock. Today we're going to talk everything Spider-Man No Way Home. Spoilers, so be careful. We're going to go through a little bit of a review of the movie, a little bit of a summary of what's going on. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We also have a giveaway going on. Stay tuned after the video to see how you can win a 1/10 scale Colossus statue from Iron Studios. So yeah, get yourself entered in that giveaway. Now let's do a quick little summary of the movie, man. Everybody hates Spider-Man. Alex Jones, aka J. Jonah Jameson, is broadcasting all over that Peter Parker is indeed Spider-Man. MJ and Spider-Man are trying to get away from the crowd of people. You do find out that MJ's name is actually Michelle Jordan in this, so that's kind of a cool little thing. You get her actual real name. She's not Mary Jane, but Michelle Jordan. You know, they're trying to get into colleges soon after, and, you know, nobody wants to accept him because of all the heat that he's getting right now. All the friends, they're included in that. So, of course, being Peter Parker, the Tom Holland style of Peter Parker anyway, you know, he's real immature. He goes and tries to find Doctor Strange so he can cast a spell, and then he can hopefully have everyone forget that he's Peter Parker. And then, as you've seen from the trailers and whatnot, that, you know, that obviously goes horribly wrong, and it opens up the multiverse. So in that way, you get Sandman, you get Electro, you get Doc Ock, you get Green Goblin, all the classics back in the movie. Some classics. Lizard, I'm not a huge fan of. Electro is way more badass in this movie, though. Jamie Foxx nailed that role. Alfred Molina, fantastic as Doc Ock, as always. And Willem Dafoe. I mean, you can't fuck around with Willem Dafoe, man. That motherfucker is legit. He is the greatest actor, in my opinion. He's up there, man. Norman Osborn is his shit. He plays it so damn good. And in this movie, Norman Osborn is great. He's like battling with his inner demons as he did before in the previous film. And, you know, he kind of tricks everybody to believe that he's a sane person and he's just like has a mental illness, basically, which Aunt May, you know, is very she understands that. She's trying to get Peter to help these guys, and that's basically what the whole thing is. Peter, instead of sending them back to the worlds where they all die, he wants to try and cure these people. But of course, all these motherfuckers are evil, except Doc Ock. He, you know, he gets a pass. He's actually pretty cool once he gets cured. But you know, all these guys, they want their evil ways, man. They got like new powers in this universe, so they're feeling it. Especially Electro, he loves the new powers he got, so he's just fired up about that shit. So obviously these motherfuckers go bad, and moment of silence for the Dimey Dime herself, Aunt May. Marissa Tomei had me crying my ass off in the theater. That shit, man, I did not expect Aunt May to die, but I guess you have to have Peter Parker have his, you know, Uncle Ben moment. So Aunt May goes down because of the Green Goblin, of course, you know, trying to save him, but he is an evil bastard himself. So goes down. Aunt May gone forever. You get the with great power comes great responsibility quote from her before she dies. And then, of course, fucking Marvel did it, man. They did it. Andrew Garfield shows up through the portal, man. I mean, you can't. I was just baffled. I didn't think that they would do it, especially him. I thought Toby, but I didn't think Andrew was gonna come back. But I don't know. But so Andrew Garfield comes back. He makes jokes about basically how his movies were pretty terrible and nobody really liked him, and he's kind of the most you know, nobody gives a shit about the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I actually don't mind him. He's okay, but so you get Andrew Garfield, and then of course Tobey Maguire, the man himself, the OG Spider-Man, makes his return, and it's just great to see him back, even though he's looking like the youth pastor. I think they make a joke about him saying. But so Tobey's back, the Spider Gang is back, and they're gonna go out and they're gonna try to do battle with the motherfucking villains that are out there. So they all come together with their Spidey powers and different knowledge and different ways of doing things. They do battle with the villains. Great scenes, man. Fantastic stuff. And then, of course, at the end of the day, you get that old school Spider-Man 1 sort of thing. Like, he knows that he shouldn't do bad, but he does bad. He's Tom Holland wants to kill Norman Osborn. He's got the glider. He's about to kill his ass, and he's like, nah, you know what? Tobey Maguire steps in and is like, yo, you got to keep this real, man. Don't go dark. Don't go dark. You'll never come back from going dark. So, I mean, that's basically where it ends up, where the universe starts splitting up. More people are about to come in, and, you know, Tom Holland does some straight up hero shit, and he says, you know, Doctor Strange, if you can do another spell where they forget about me completely, will that stop this from happening? So he casts a spell in a heroic fashion. The Tobey Maguire Spider-Man goes back to his universe. Andrew Garfield goes back to his universe. All the villains go, and everything is somewhat back to normal. And then that's the end, man. I mean, he goes, he sees MJ, he sees Ned at the little coffee shop there, and, you know, they don't know who he is. And he's cool with that. He don't say shit. He walks away. He says, you know what, fuck it. I saved everything. These guys can live their lives without any of the craziness that I got going on. So, the end of the day, Spider-Man is heroic. You get the sick OG Spider-Man like costume. He doesn't have any of that Iron Spider stuff anymore. He's got the OG Spider-Man costume he made himself, like in his little room, and he goes out web slinging, which is great stuff, man. I thought the movie itself was great. I think it hit on all the marks. The only thing it didn't get was Miles Morales, but you did get a mention of Miles Morales from Electro, Jamie Foxx himself, asking about maybe there's a black Spider-Man in one of these universes. So I thought that was cool. At least they get a little nod to Miles in there. He'll be there eventually. We'll see what happens. But I mean, the action was great. The reveals were great. It was a solid 2.5 hour movie. It's definitely probably my favorite Spider-Man flick. I mean, it's hard to beat out Into the Spider-Verse, but I think it did. Then you get the end credit scene, man. You get Venom, Eddie Brock himself, Tom Hardy sitting in a little bar in Mexico, having a couple beers, talking to this dude about all this shit that's gone down. He got sucked in, apparently, when that whole first spell happened. And then after the second spell, he gets sucked away. But what is left behind? You get a little piece of the symbiote. So that's where they're leaving off there. Then you also get, like, basically a trailer of, like, the Multiverse of Madness in the end there, which that shit looks pretty sick. I mean, I'm very, very stoked that we're getting a Strange movie soon, because, you know, he's such an elemental part in the MCU at this point, and he's kind of evolved in the same way that Thor did. Like, Thor in the first couple movies, I wasn't a big fan, but now, like, after Ragnarok, like, Thor is one of my favorite characters in the MCU. He's sick, and so is Doctor Strange. I love his humor, and he's just a badass character. So Multiverse of Madness looks dope. It'll be interesting to see what they do with Venom in the next Spider-Man movies. I don't know if they're gonna try to get Tom Hardy's Venom back. Maybe we'll get Black Suit Spidey. Maybe there'll be a new Eddie Brock in this universe. I don't know, man. I thought it was great. I definitely give it like a 10 out of 10. I don't see anything wrong with it. It was a great, great movie. Entertaining as hell. Just so nostalgic to see all those characters back. Tobey Maguire, man, he killed it. He was fantastic. You know, a little bit more character development with MJ, and, you know, Tom Holland he did some hell of an acting throughout that whole thing. Aunt May going was such a surprise and so sad, man, but just a solid, dark Spider-Man movie, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future. We'll see what happens with Ned. Ned really, they didn't really have too much of anything going on with Ned about how he might be evil or anything like that. That didn't really take place. They had mentions of, like, Tobey Maguire talking about, like, his best friend who turned on him and he ended up having to kill him. That type of shit. And he was kind of weary of that. Like, oh, damn, maybe hopefully that doesn't happen to me. But they didn't have anything that I saw of that. But, you know, all around a solid movie. Marvel fucking delivered. Every level, anything that we hoped about, expected about. Oh, how did I even forget this? Fucking Matt Murdock, son. Matt Murdock is the one who gets them out of the shit. He's the lawyer, man. My man catches a brick. Dude, how do we get Matt Murdock and Kingpin in the same week? That's fucking crazy. Marvel is out there just killing it. So, damn, I can't believe I forgot about Matt Murdock, goddamn Daredevil. But yeah, it was a great movie. I loved it. 10 out of 10 on my part. And, you know, if you haven't seen it yet, hopefully you didn't watch this video yet, so I spoiled the shit out of you. But, you know, go see it. see it again if you already did. Let me know in the comments what you think about the movie. Let me know what you think is gonna happen with Venom in the next movies. And get yourself entered in that giveaway. So thanks for watching as always, and I'm out of here. Y'all be safe out there. Peace. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to be giving away this 1/10 scale Colossus statue from Iron Studios. I'll use a random comment generator and pick the winner. All you got to do to win is be subscribed to the channel, like and comment on a video where I mention this giveaway, and you must be located in the United States. Good luck, and thanks for watching.